Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. Today, I'm so excited to tell you guys all about how I get essentially all of my designer clothing and bags, accessories, shoes, whatnot for free. As you guys know, I talk about a company called RealReal fairly often here on my channel, and they are the secret to my success and to all of my designer dreams. They have a little something called the RealReal's Influencer Program. Now, I stumbled upon this by accident, in all honesty. Several months back, I was searching for jobs, and I, as you guys know, love the RealReal, and I really wanted to work there. So I was scrolling to the bottom of their website one day where you typically find the careers tab for open job positions and whatnot. And I noticed something titled the RealReal Influencer Program. So out of curiosity, I clicked on it and I saw that there was a section where you could actually apply to do this, which I had never seen that before with any other company. It was my understanding that a company has to reach out to you after you have like a large social media following or a large presence somewhere on the internet, and that's how these brand partnerships came to be. But not in this case. They actually had a section where you could apply to become part of their influencer program. So of course I did, and I saw that there were many different ways that you could promote the brand. So it didn't have to just be through Instagram, which is what I have ended up promoting it mostly through, but they are open to any platform where your presence is the largest. So that can be social media, YouTube, a website, email lists, a blog, a podcast, you know, whatever it is, wherever your expertise and presence is most widely known, you can put that in your application. I was seeing all this great marketing for, you know, become an influencer with us, make commission off of promoting us to your following, your audience, wherever that may be. Now, I was doing this anyway. I was spending all of my own money on this company, sharing my outfit pictures with my Instagram, and I had done a few hauls here on YouTube as it was. It was more so just, you know, a why not kind of thing. I didn't really think I was going to be approved because I only had around 600 followers on my Instagram at the time. That's not the largest presence, but I also indicated that that was where I was going to primarily be promoting their product. So went ahead, applied, and forgot about it for several months. And then I got an email that looked a little something like this, and I was approved. I really couldn't believe it, but I was through the roof excited. So of course, being approved meant that I was going to have the ability to start earning commission if people were responding to my recommendations that I was making already on Instagram, YouTube, whatnot. But there are actually additional perks to this program that I want to go over with you today, things that I didn't realize before I was accepted. So of course, as it states on the website, you get commission for any purchases that are made through your link. So it's essentially the same as an affiliate program. There's like Amazon affiliates, there are other ones as well where it's the same sort of deal, but just with the RealReal specifically. Apart from that though, by becoming an influencer, by being accepted into the program, you have access to a private Facebook community. So it's great for networking purposes, getting your name out there, growing those connections, which I think is really cool. The RealReal also sponsors events for their influencers, which there haven't been any yet, again, just with the times we are living in. But once we are back to normal, that is something to expect as well, which I am so excited for. You also have paid opportunities to be featured on the RealReal's social media networks or their social media channels. This is something you have to be selected for through their campaigns, which we'll get a little more into that later, but there is that opportunity out there. Great for growing your network, gaining exposure, working your way up on your own social media outlets. And of course, the thing that you have all been waiting for, yes, you get free designer clothing doing this. I want to elaborate a little bit. So You don't get free articles of clothing sent to you, but you get free site credit every month, which equates to free designer goods, whatever that is, clothing, shoes, furniture. They have furniture on the website. Whatever it is that you want, you have the site credit, so you can purchase it. So how this works is every month you are sent an email that outlines that month's campaign, which is structured the same way as like a brand deal, where they have guidelines for what they're looking from you, whether it's an in-feed post on like Instagram or a reel. That was February's campaign, was to make a reel. And they give you all the outlines, they give you topics that you can use and whatnot. They do a really good job of giving you creative freedom. So it's not this thing where it's scripted or you have to say this line verbatim or anything like that. They really do give you creative freedom, which is great because this is a fashion deal, right? So everyone's fashion is very unique and personal, and yeah, you get to have fun with it. You get to be creative with it. And I think that is so amazing. Now, I don't know if I'm allowed to reveal specific amounts for how much site credit you give every month, but I will say that it is several $100s every month that you then get to use towards designer clothing, which is so cool. The amount may very well differ between influencers as well. I'm not entirely sure, but for me, yeah, it's several $100s every month. That can get you so much, especially if you've ever been on the RealReal's website, you know that things aren't absurdly expensive. Like, I think most of my collection has been under $300, which is great because then you can use that site credit either to get a bunch of littler things and fill up your closet, or you can use it to assist you and help make like a bigger splurge type purchase a bit less expensive. So there are many ways you can use it. I think it's incredible, and it's free clothes, y'all. It's free designer clothes. And I do want to make it very clear that this is a different program from their brand deals. So often you'll see like sponsored posts from some of your favorite influencers. This is very different. So as I understand it, those posts are paid, and that is something that I believe the RealReal has to reach out to that influencer, or that influencer's management team reaches out to the RealReal and they set up like a paid brand deal. This is different. This is an actual program. You are working hand in hand with the RealReal to consistently promote their products on a regular basis, and so it is different. I wanted to make that distinction. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I'm not familiar with that. I haven't had that sort of a brand deal before, but just to make that clear. So I'm going to dive into what my recommendations are for getting approved for the RealReal's influencer program. But first, I'm gonna need you to hit that subscribe button right down below. It's gonna help me out. You're gonna love the content I put out. Lots of fashion, lots of lifestyle, lots of fun. Okay, let's get on with these recommendations. It's open to anyone. You just have to have some sort of social media, Instagram, a Facebook, Twitter, website, blog, podcast, whatever it is. As long as you have some sort of presence on the internet, you can absolutely apply. So firstly, I would recommend that you have several different outlets where you can be promoting the RealReal's products. So just to use myself as an example, in my application, I put that I would be using Instagram as my primary outlet for posting, but I also included that I have a website, I have a blog, I have a podcast, I have a YouTube channel where I could also use those outlets to promote. And so I think that probably really helped my application. It wasn't just one outlet that I was using. So if you have multiple places that you can be promoting from, definitely include those in your application. This is going to make it more so worth their while. You know, the more channels you have, the more reach you have, the more people that you can access. So it gives them more of an incentive to approve you. Just a quick note as well, like I said in the beginning, I do not have a large social media following. So don't think that you need thousands of followers to do this. I have less than 1,000 across all of my social medias. So that is not a requirement. I would also suggest that you are regularly posting fashion content as is, you know, without this partnership. Because if they were to approve you, and if you're not within the fashion realm or interested in style, if you're not posting, you know, outfits of the days or mirror pictures where you're tagging the different brands of your outfit and whatnot, it doesn't really make sense for them to approve you, right? If you're never talking about clothing or designers or whatever it may be, it's going to seem really inauthentic to your audience, and they're not going to be as likely to go click on your link and ultimately shop the products, which is why the RealReal is doing this whole thing anyway, right? They're trying to drive traffic to their company and trying to increase sales. So as kind of a prerequisite to applying, I would definitely suggest that, you know, you're interested in style and fashion, you're posting that kind of stuff on your own, and then it's going to seem more natural for you to apply, and it's going to seem more organic for you to throw in there that sponsorship from the RealReal. And kind of as a last suggestion, I would say make sure that the feed where you are going to regularly be posting on is aesthetically pleasing. These sponsorships are visual in nature, right? You know, we're seeing things that we like, and that's going to draw people to their website. So if you have an unorganized feed that's kind of all over the place, doesn't look cohesive, doesn't look visually appealing, I would say that definitely will hurt your chances of being approved. So make sure, you know, you have your own aesthetic, things look nice. I'll give you an example of what my feed looks like. I'm not saying that this is the end all be all, but I would say it is definitely going to help your chances of getting approved if your feed looks visually appealing. You're selling these products, right? You're convincing people to shop these products, and so you want it to look good. So you guys, that is it for my suggestions on how to become an influencer with the RealReal. Definitely go check out the site. I will leave a link to it below for you. You know, it's free to apply. You may as well try, and the worst that can happen is they'll say no and you're exactly where you're at right now. The best that can happen is you'll start getting free designer clothes. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please, please, please be sure to give it a like and definitely subscribe to my channel for more related content. I've noticed that about 97% of you guys watching are not subscribed, so definitely go ahead, hit that subscribe button below. And with that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.